We're
Now,
live.
Now we're live.
Oh, hello and welcome to episode 27 of Sports Life Talk South 777s. Let's go.
I literally forgot, like the whole video played and I didn't press the go live button because I'm so used to Coach being here and doing it for me that I'm rusty.
All right.
Well, brain cells in Vegas.
We will go back to our introductions. We have my numero uno on dresses and salted pretzels, Miss Buckeye Britt.
Yes. Nailed it.
I went ahead and put up that at dresses and salted pretzels so you all can make sure and follow us on Instagram. Sports Life Talk has surpassed us in Instagram followers, and I'm a little salty about it. So we got to get dresses and salted pretzels back up there. No. Much Life Talk to our producers and our team at Sports Life Talk, OGs. And we also have our host for this evening, Mlb, Ms. El Paso.
Buenos dias, buenas noches.
And I want to give a huge shout out to KD Dammit, who is first in our hearts, although he is generally second or third on the chat. He calls Brittany and I cheaters. I will say it's not cheating. It's insider information on our own podcast because obviously we know once it is released onto YouTube, so we can go in and we can comment.
Yes.
But shout out to Raider Nation because there has been a Raider Nation fan that pops in immediately.
Yep.
Once it's released that it's coming up, and he always says, "Just stopping by to say hi, ladies."
Love it. I actually ordered a Raiders hat, so when it gets here, I have the appropriate time to wear it.
Oh, that is amazing. Amazing.
Changing one fan at a time. It's happening.
Yes. And thank you, Mr. Soldier, because yes, it is International Women's Day. Happy International Women's Day to all our ladies out there, and also happy Women's History Month.
Yes. And for any Raiders fan, this may not be you, but this is me right now. Okay. So I got to make fun of myself. This is exactly how I felt, but we'll get to that later. Ladies, what are we drinking?
Agua.
Agua. Okay.
So boring.
I'm not boring. You know what I'm drinking? I'm drinking Heineken Zero, which is like water, but just flavored.
Wait, is that the one with no alcohol?
Yeah, this is the one pregnant ladies drink, except I'm not pregnant.
That's a funny story for me. Before I told my parents I was pregnant, it was my birthday, so I had to tell the waitress, I was like, you have to bring me non-alcoholic beer because I'm not ready to tell them, but they're going to wonder why I'm not drinking. So she's like, I got you. And then the shots came and I was like, no. I was like, yeah. It's not bad though. The non-alcoholic beer is not bad.
No, I mean, just put some tahini on the rim and, you feel like you're drinking something.
Okay, but I still consider that boring.
Okay. I mean, it's not going to make me turn up. So yeah, it is going to be boring. I'm still going to drink some water after this. All right, we have a lot to talk about. So I'm going to keep the subjects moving. Fact checked against the glass. This is the NCAA Coaches Edition. We're going to go with Brittany. What you got?
And I had so many of them, but I'm going to have to go with the oldest coach to win the national child is Connecticut's Jim Calhoun in 2011. And then he was 68 years old. The youngest coach was Emmett McCracken, who led Indiana to the championship in 1940, and he was 31. 31, sorry.
He was 31, damn.
I have multiple of them.
You should know, just like we don't talk about that team up north, we don't talk about the Hoosiers either, okay?
Dang. We're going to not be able to talk about a lot of teams.
Okay, scratch that. So also, there's only 3 men that can claim championship as both player and coach. Joe B. Hall, who won player and coach of Kentucky. Bobby Knight with Ohio State, and also
I was like, stop, all right, stop.
And Dean Smith, Kansas and North Carolina's coach.
Much love to Bobby Knight, though. You can't talk about college basketball without talking about Bobby Knight. So.
Well, since you bring up Bobby, hold on. Since you bring up Bobby Knight, I got one up on Bobby Knight today. Tom Izzo just won his 663 game just this last weekend, which makes him the most winningest coach, surpassing Bobby Knight. Bam, 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 bam.
But he's not as fun to watch.
You mean for that division, not the most winningest coach?
No, just for Big Ten.
Yes. You forgot to say Big Ten. I just wanted to make sure that we clarified that.
I mean, I think everybody knew that, right? I didn't have to say the rest of the fact. I can just give you like half the fact. You can Google the rest.
Well, I was just afraid the comment section was going to go crazy talking about Coach K and like, no, he's not the most winningest. What is up, Chronicles of the Black Hole? Okay. My fact check is for the ladies. The most winningest coach in NCAA women's basketball history is Tara Vanderveer of Stanford. And she just in 2020 surpassed the legendary Pat Summitt, who is a Lady Vols Tennessee coach. She has 1,099 wins under her belt, 253 losses. And she was also 8 times USA women's basketball coach, and she won 4 gold medals and 1 bronze.
Awesome.
And that is very I think she had 42 seasons that she was head coach. And we've got Coach K with his 42nd season at Duke, but 46 years of head coaching. And he's retiring this year. He surpasses her. He's got 1,170 wins. And by the way, the season's not over with.
It's not.
No, it's not. It's not over with. But what was over was his speech after the game that said, what was the words that he used? He said something like, no, this was hard. This was not acceptable.
Not acceptable.
This is not acceptable.
Hey, Coach K, keeping it real. You cannot lose to UNC at your last home game of your career.
That was like a tearjerker in itself.
He was like, I've trained you guys better than this of all the times, of all the things to do to me.
Well, and in the background, I was slowly being like,
same.
Me too. Me too.
You guys know that I don't like crying, and seeing all of those kids in the stands crying did not melt my heart. But then Ms. El Paso and I actually had a conversation about the fact that he has been the coach there since the time they were born.
Yeah.
Because they're not even close to 42 years old. In fact, he's been the coach there before I was born.
It's just crazy. That is crazy. But what's sad, I think the saddest moment of the whole, like not even just them losing, was the speech that the Alumni Association gave to him saying, we Duke University Alumni Association are planning to put a bench out in the park so future people can come and sit down and just see the work you've done. I was like, a bench? Like you do 42 years and you get a bench? Like this bench better be made out of gold and like it pays you out somehow, but that makes no sense.
Ms. El Paso, I couldn't agree more. And I don't know if anybody on the comments watched the UNC Duke game, Coach K fan or not. If you have won as many championships as he has won for Duke, you get a bench, you get a framed picture of your jerseys, and
a scholarship,
which that one was good, okay, because it's a lot in the scholarships, but no building named after you, or do they already have a building named after him? I actually don't know. But
maybe they already have a building.
They could already have a building named after him. But I thought that the gifts were booty. It was weak. I'm with you.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you're going to give a scholarship, they said 5 scholarships. I would have been like, where's my 5 grandchildren? Those go straight to them. And the rest of the generation, like all of them go to school here for free if they choose to. But I digress. Because
for the rest of the family's lives, they go to Duke for free.
I couldn't decipher that whole gift giving to them. And also what I can't decipher is the MLB lockout. Elena, I've heard that you've done some research on this because I have no idea what's going on. These articles are so crazy. Makes no sense.
I just wanted to say salute to Bugsy Raider and salute to Cool Kev and KD and Coach. We got a lot of people on the chat and I'm loving it. People in the chat gives me warm and fuzzies inside. I love watching the comments. When you see me smiling and not saying anything, it's because I'm reading your comments. But yeah, so collective bargaining agreement, MLB Players Association. It takes a thesaurus, it takes a dictionary, and it takes a key map to understand what is happening.
A key map
with the MLB lockout. There are so many different facets of the lockout. Obviously, they're not agreeing. They came back to the table on Sunday. They got nowhere. In fact, the MLB said the players came back and the union came back with worse terms that were put forth in their first negotiations. Why the lockout in the first place? So the reason that they have the lockout is because they cannot risk a midseason strike and missing the World Series like what happened in 1994. So they have to get this all sorted out before we ever start playing. That I do agree with. All right. We don't want to strike midseason. Everybody wants to see the World Series. We've still got a chance. They're saying that they want to come back to the table. They want to make this work. I think the biggest sticking point that we can talk a little bit about, because like I said, it's pages of what's happening with this lockout, right? But the competitive balance tax, which is also called the luxury tax, basically puts a cap on the salaries without calling it a cap. And it allows each team to only spend so much money. So it regulates the total sum of money that's given to a team that they can spend. Why do they do that? They don't want to see the same teams that have all the money winning every single year, right?
I agree.
So that was implemented, I believe, in 1994. Some changes were made. No, 1997, excuse me. 1994 was the last time that there was a strike in the midseason. But that actually doesn't happen in any other professional sports. So if they go over that tax, meaning that they pay players more than the amount, the first year it's 20%. The second year, consecutive year, it goes up to 30%, and the third goes to 50%. If 20 to 40 million, if they go over by 20 million to 40 million, it's subject to an additional 12%. If they go over the 40 million consecutive years, it's 42.5%. So it just keeps going up and up and up. Some of the biggest offenders, can you guess?
The
York Yankees.
Number one, New York have been taxed $348 million. Can you guess?
Boston Red Sox.
Yep.
They are not number two. Come on. I know you ladies don't like
Texas Rangers?
No, the Los Angeles Dodgers are number two at 150 million. Red Sox are up there. What is not going to surprise you is that the years that the Cubs and the Astros won the World Series, they went over the luxury tax. So the Cubs have been fined $11 million, which they're way down on the list. Astros, I'm not sure, but the Cubs years were 2016 and 2019. So those are years that they were both contenders for the World Series. So when you see teams do this, when they know that they have a good team and they can make it to the World Series, and also the teams that have all the money don't care. They just pay the tax. Where does that money go? Well, 50% of it goes to the teams that did not go over the tax. So actually teams that don't go over are getting money back. Some of it's going to players' benefits, another 50%, and then there's a random ass percentage that doesn't equal 100. So, the players see it as a salary cap without calling it a salary cap. The league says we don't want the big spenders to make it to the World Series every single year by just being able to pay players. They were tired of the Yankees and Red Sox winning every year. Exactly.
Yep.
Soldier, I'm with you. I'm like, it is always about the money. They just need to play baseball and call it a day. Like, I want to get back to these sports where it's not all about the money. Like, let's just get back to the game, people. Like, the fans are starting to pay more money. And if they keep moving this back, we ain't gonna have no gas to get to the games. Keep it moving. Like, keep it moving. I'm gonna be riding my bike or a scooter to get to these games by this time.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. They need to keep it moving. So
there are also things on the list like functional changes to the actual game. So the players want to implement the automatic strike zone.
But again, let's be honest.
The plate umpire.
The more the players get paid, the more it's going to trickle down to my ticket being more expensive, the arenas being more expensive. Like, I don't want to pay these people salary. Like, I just need them to play for my entertainment. Kim Kardashian is cheaper to watch on TV than these athletes. And so, like, come on, let's get it together.
It's cheaper to buy her clothing line outfits that you can wear over and over again than it is to go to a baseball game.
Yeah, baseball ticket prices. If we're talking about ticket prices, you can go to some really cheap baseball games. When do those prices hike up? Is when the team wins the World Series. And then for the next few years, it's outrageous to go to the game, and those prices start to drop again.
But you just said it. They go to the World Series, they get all this money, and they have to give it back because they're going over the amount they're supposed to. So they're getting taxed. Like, it's just, I'm not even good at math, but like, just keep it simple. Like, let's just keep it simple.
Public school math.
Public school math.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, let's get to the real topic in hand is Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson being traded to the Denver Broncos. What's your thoughts, ladies? Brittany?
Well, I like the Broncos, but I also like Colorado. So I'm excited. I like that stadium. It's a fun time. I've been to both stadiums. So hope Sierra's into it.
Sierra. Sorry, now I'm going to start singing. Okay, so Katie just said better watch AAA. Well, minor league is actually not affected by this lockout. So minor league games are still scheduled to play. They're not part of this. The Miss El Paso.
Yeah, no, for real. Okay, so the Russell Wilson trade to me was the biggest win that the Seahawks have gotten in a really long time. And I don't understand why the Broncos would want this. I mean, I get it, but I'm okay. I never predict anything, but I got this really sixth sense. Really sixth sense that Russell Wilson is going to crap out in Denver. He's going to be horrible. It might be the elevation or something. Maybe he's going to smoke weed, or maybe his wife is just going to be in too much fur and it's too cold for them to have more babies. Whatever it is, he's going to choke in Denver. I don't know why I feel this. I just feel it, like he's going to choke. So
I didn't hear first.
Yeah, so I'm already saying it. I'm saying it, and I never predict, but I'm feeling this.
But Ms. El Paso, I just want to say that weed is also legal in Washington. So
yeah, but it's not as cool like it is in Denver, right?
Everything's legal in Washington, isn't it?
There's a lot that's legal in Washington. Great state. Fun fact. So this happened 12 years after Russell Wilson was going to be drafted to the Colorado Rockies.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Interesting fact on that one. So what all did Seattle get? This is a blockbuster deal.
So yeah. Seattle, okay, so what it was is, so the Broncos got the 4th round pick and, obviously Russell Wilson. The Seahawks got Drew Lock, Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, the 2 first round picks, 2 second round picks, and 1 5th round pick.
For the 2022 and 2023.
And 2023, yeah.
That's a blockbuster freaking deal.
I'm saying, especially when you had a combine this year that was outrageous. And I just wanted to shout out to Jordan Davis, who's a defensive person from Georgia. Defensive person.
That one guy that plays defense.
I'm so excited about him because if I was like 20 years younger, I would be that chick Brittany who followed football players and got impregnated. Like he would probably be the person I would get to. And I'm going to tell you why, because his name is Jordan Davis. He's from Georgia, weighs 341 pounds, my kind of guy. He's 6'6", and he ran a 4.82 40-yard sprint. And well, yeah, in 4.82 seconds. And also he did a 10-foot 3-inch broad jump. Like this dude not only is fast, but he can jump. Run to mama if I was 20 years younger.
Okay, so I didn't watch any of the combine. I failed. But so you're telling me the same guy broke 2 of the records?
Well, I wouldn't say he broke the records, but he's a big guy and he shouldn't be running or jumping that. Like that's just outrageous for that big of a guy. Like it's crazy for him to be that big and doing this. So it was more of just like you're getting these dudes who are coming out of these colleges and they're on beast mode already, which is why I'm saying Russell Wilson's going to get hurt. Let Jordan Davis be on the other division, and he's going to get hurt.
Soldier, she likes the husky handsome. By the way, she's totally into the husky handsome, and he wants to know if he should bet his tax return on the Broncos not winning the Super Bowl. And I say yes, you absolutely should. And if not, Ms. El Paso is going to refund you that tax return.
Yeah.
I hope your tax return is like $2.
I hope you
I don't have kids, so I have no credits. I can't pick up any credits to like tax credits to get like more money back. So yeah, I got your $2 if that's what you want to bet on. But I'm telling you,
I got to sidebar this because if we're going to bring up the combine and we're going to talk about the 40-yard dash, we have to bring up Chris Olave from Ohio State.
Ooh, what happened?
So his speed was 4.3, and whatever it is, his top end speed, he's now in the 1% of the fastest men to play the game.
Wow.
I should have watched this combine because this combine went off.
Oh, yeah.
Like I did read some of the stats and I did check out a few articles, but I didn't really pay attention to it until Ms. El Paso was like, dude, did you see what just happened on the combine? I'm like, no, I did not. But this is the one that I should have. I never watched the combine. Are you guys watch the combine?
Yes.
On the comments, do you all watch the combine? I never watch it. I need to start watching it.
Oh yeah, no, it's everything. Like any player who was mediocre this year and decided to stay in college, good for you. Like this was not your year to come out and be like, I'm going to do it. This was not their year. Okay, so I'm going to go into celebrity gossip, but this time it's not really celebrity gossip. It's more like athletic gossip. Deion Sanders is going to show his amputation of his 2 toes on his foot in his documentary that's on Barstools on YouTube. So if you don't know, he had like something happened to his leg. I don't know what, but it was bad surgery and they had to take the 2 toes and he was afraid that he couldn't walk. But apparently it's going to be really graphic and it's going to show you everything. So be prepared to eat some popcorn or not while you're watching that. The other athletic, you said what?
I'm here for that.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see that. Like, it's good publicity for his documentary, but, I don't know if I want to see it. Again, it's called Coach Prime. So, yeah, you can watch that on Barstools on YouTube.
Hey, everybody on the chat, because Raiders do this for us all the time. Everybody on the chat, go follow SC Experience. Subscribe to his YouTube right now. SC, last time I checked, you're at 400 plus. What are you at now? Well, wait. He'll come up in the comments, but make sure you go to SC Experience and subscribe to his YouTube channel. He is a Raider content creator, and he is a badass.
And to Dirty. Dirty's on here. I saw him earlier.
Oh, yeah. Dirty's on here?
Yeah.
Dirty.
Yeah, I saw he was.
Well, probably, I wouldn't be surprised if every single one of these guys have their own YouTube channel. So check out the comments. Go subscribe to every single one of these guys that has something Raider on their picture, and make sure you subscribe to Sports Life Talk too while you're at it if you're not yet. But if you're watching us, we're guessing you're subscribed. So,
or put the link in the chat, that helps too.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other celebrity gossip is And there's so many Britneys. I don't know. It's like a Britney year, Britney, because Brittany Griner got held up in Russia for having hash oil in her luggage. And today was the first time that they've actually shown her mugshot. But her wife has not heard from her. Nobody's heard from her. So everyone's really concerned. They don't know what's going on. But yeah, she got caught up in Russia.
I mean, there's no way I would have carried that on in Russia. Not a chance.
Like, you know what's going on. Like, why would you do that, girl? Like, come on. You can go to Colorado or Seattle, hook up with Russell Wilson. He'll hook you up. But why did you have to do that?
Okay, but like, I mean, yeah, you're in Russia. You're in Russia.
You're in Russia in a really trying time as an American.
I'm going to tell you why I think she did it, because she plays for Russia and she's won them so many. She's won so many playoffs and all championships for them. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
She's won all these championships for them. So in her eyes, she's like, man, they gonna put Michael Jordan in jail. Go in jail.
WNBA makes more money. Those players make more money playing overseas in the off season than they do playing in the WNBA.
Yeah.
So all of our players go over to play overseas in the off season because they actually make more money. Right? She is like a Michael Jordan over there.
Yeah.
And you said it was weed oil, right? So she probably just had
hash oil.
She probably just had, some hurt toes like Deion Sanders and wanted to rub a little bit of oil on those toes, make sure that they're feeling better.
Not oil on the toes. Hold on. What is hashish oil though? It's not the same thing I smoke, like the sheesh from the hookah, right?
No.
Two different things? Okay.
No.
Because I was like, if the sheesh was good in Russia, I'd bring it over too. But okay, it's two different things. That's good.
But yeah, I do want some clarification on that, because in a lot of countries you can smoke hashish and it's not actually illegal, because I don't know the difference. I don't know. I'll have to
Well, yeah. So that's my celebrity gossip for today. It was mostly about athletes. So I've always liked to go the Kanye route because I think he's so entertaining. But his poems put everybody on a dark place, and I'm just gonna let that go and just wait for somebody else to rise to the top for me to talk about.
But the documentary is fire. So if you have not watched the Kanye documentary on Netflix,
I've only watched like 30 minutes of the first.
You gotta get through. You gotta get through the whole. It's three episodes. They're long as hell, right? But
yeah,
you gotta get through those because wow.
So
I mean,
Katie, you said it was a setup. I'm telling you, it wasn't, because they got that video of them digging through her bag like open, and they pull it out and like open it up in front of her. She was like right there. So I think it was hers. I think she's done it before, and she's as used to taking it back and forth, but didn't think she'd get caught because she's Michael Jordan.
She forgot there was a war going on.
Right. I mean, I think another celebrity that we should just hit on real quick is Aaron Rodgers and his new 4-year maybe deal for what, $200 million, and he wanted to like quit playing football and be an actor. He's going to make way more money finishing 4 years than he will as an actor.
Well, obviously, because that whole retirement crap was not good acting. I can't. I can't. I think I may retire. Yeah, get out of here. You can't act. Let it go. Get another job.
Oh my gosh. Aaron Rodgers, don't even get me started. Like, first of all, I got made fun of saying that he was on some, I forgot what I said on Dirty's podcast when we were live with Dirty, but I was talking about the meth. I was like, Aaron Rodgers is on some meth, and they're like, whoa, girl, you got it there. You must be from Southern Illinois. That's right.
That's right.
I'm from the meth capital of the world. Have you ever seen Ozark? Yeah, that's near me. So
that's true. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the player hater.
Right into the anthem, player anthem, if that's okay.
Sorry, anthem.
Yes. And I always skip the hate if we don't have them left. So I'm gonna skip the hate. We're gonna go straight to the player anthem. This week's player anthem. Happy International Women's Day, and that is Shaka Khan's
Shaka Khan
1998 single, which was the first single she left Rufus, the first solo single that came out, happened to be covered in Houston in 1993 for The Bodyguard. And I'm guessing you know what that song is, and it is, which I happily paraded down the work aisle today and threw off every woman. Okay. Anyway,
I'm laughing.
Fact on that.
Elena, I'm laughing because your internet's breaking up and down. And so you're coming in and saying like these specific words that I'm trying to decipher and making it all come together. I think it's hilarious. Then you just started busting out.
I apologize. Last time it was your internet. This time it's mine. But I can't see when it cuts out, when it pauses. Like I look, when I watch it, I'm still talking. So apologies.
We got it though. I like your singing song. I didn't want to stop you from singing.
Totally took the wind out of my sails. No, I'm just kidding. So Shaka Khan's single made it to number 21 on the Billboard. Whitney Houston made it to number 4. She topped out at number 4. Why did she top out at number 4? Because in my opinion, she also had a number 1 at the same time with I Will Always Love You. So I'm Every Woman was released by Whitney at the same time I Will Always Love You is at number 1. And she still topped out at number 4.
Nice.
So, legend.
She is a legend.
Legend.
All right.
Legend.
Well,
what do we got going on this weekend?
Very. We have Friday night. Miss KD from Sports Life Talk is going here. So since she is coming down to Houston, all the way down 45, I'm throwing her a party. It's just for you, Kim.
She's throwing a party. It's just for you, Kim.
Just for you, Kim. This party is just for you. It's called Don't Forget the 90s. And there will be 3 90s covered bands, a full history of 90s. So it's going to start with rock. It's going to go to alternative. Then we're going to have some pop and hip hop. And then we have a post DJ at the Foundation Room with hip hop 90s for the rest of the night. It is only $10 to get in. And all of that money goes to the bands that are playing. We have Southern Star Brewery and Balcones Distilling that are sponsoring the costume contest. So it will be epic. It's going to be an epic party. Yes.
Kim, yes, we are dressing in 90s, some of us in costumes, but we can't say what. So you'll have to go on Dresses and Salted Pretzels to see some of those pictures and videos. If you didn't buy your ticket, which again is only how much, Elena?
$10 until 11 p.m. on Thursday, and then the price goes up to $15.
And Raider Nation, pull all the way up. Pull all the way up. I'm ready to party with y'all. When we were in Vegas, you'll love this. When we were in Vegas, I hadn't talked to my sister in years, right? So we're sitting at brunch and we're talking, and I tell her, I was like, yeah, me and Elena are on this podcast, and we got to know a lot of Raiders fans. And she was like, shut up. I'm a Raiders fan. I was like, no, you're not. She's like, yeah. And she's like, I have season tickets. I swear to God, I was like, this is why we're together right now, so that you can take me to the games and we could be bonding more. This is Raider Nation does everything. It brings people to your podcast. It brings sisters together in harmony and then love with season tickets, and Raiders will show up and drink with you. I'm like here for all of this. It has Coach wearing a Raiders hat, Brittany buying a Raiders hat. Like,
yeah,
this is me right now. Like, not because of what this says, but because I'm loving the love.
It's all the love. And she even had like a diamond encrusted Raiders license plate on her car when she took us to the airport. She's all the way. Season ticket holder.
She made her big sister so proud. And I can't wait for y'all to meet her because she lives in Vegas, so she will be there for the draft. So yeah, shout out to Shade. Oh, one more shout out. Elena, we were at a restaurant. We wanted to shout out Nick and Luis from, and I can't remember the bar's name.
Well, the library is the restaurant, but what was the bar across? I mean, it's the same. It's the same. He's the general manager of both. Nick, I love you. You're a Bears fan. Hey, Nick, if you're watching. He was super cool. And Luis made us the best drinks and gave us some oysters. So we were happy. Because why? We went to the Silk Sonic show.
Yes, we did. And it was an experience. But we are out of time. So why don't you go ahead and take us out, Elena?
All right. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube to Sports Life Talk. Sports Life Talk will also be airing live tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Central. So do not forget to log on to that show as well. Please like Sports Life Talk on Instagram. When they hit 10,000 followers on Instagram, Coach is getting a tattoo. We want to see that. And also, please follow Breakfast and Salted Pretzels and Ms. El Paso on Instagram as well. Please make sure and follow every single person and subscribe to every single person that's on this chat, because every single person on this chat is a complete badass.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all we got.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
Adios.
Adios.